Good morning, Cancer, and welcome to my channel. This is the Oracle of Zoraya Utranaya, and today I'll be doing a reading for you for the week of July the 14th to the 20th, 2024. I already cut your decks and I've shuffled them all twice, utilizing the numerology of the date July the 14th, 2024. This way we can dive right into the reading. I do apologize for the lateness of the reading. I was quite sick last week and I'm just catching up, so here we are, and thank you for your patience. All right, I'm going to grab all of the cards first to get a general reading. I'm trying to do something a little bit different here. So we have the Four of Swords, the Two of Coins, and the Emperor. And then with the Four of Swords, we have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Man. And we have the Three of Swords. All right, we are starting and ending off here with the Four of Swords and the Three of Swords. So this is the first card that we have here, the Four of Swords, and we're ending off here with the Three of Swords, okay? So it's like on a diagonal here. And what I'm getting here is that you've been waiting for something. You've been waiting for a blessing to come in. And I think some things have been a disappointment for you. You are being encouraged here to take this time out, take this slowing down, and to take this opportunity here to kind of reevaluate what is important to you and how you can see things from a different perspective. Okay, because some things that have not worked out for you are actually blessings in disguise. All right. So let's take this one. Let's start with the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card indicating needing rest and recuperation. Okay. I feel that you are trying to establish yourself here as you're maybe starting to want to start your own business. Maybe you're trying to get a more of a leadership position in your company, wherever you work. Maybe you're looking to get a promotion. Maybe you are trying to get a different job that is higher up with higher pay, that is outside of your company. Maybe you are trying to figure out who you are and you're trying to establish or trying to seek out different opportunities that are maybe outside of your area of expertise here. And this can be an indication that you need to kind of take some time out to rest and recuperate before you keep going on this journey of yours. Okay, there are blessings coming in for you with respects to some money. We do have the Two of Coins and the Six of Pentacles here as well. And the Two of Coins can indicate a fluctuation in money. So if you if you're struggling right now, you can expect perhaps an increase of money coming in, but this can also indicate a loss of money too if you're not positioning yourself correctly. All right, but this can also indicate, the Two of Pentacles can also indicate juggling too many plates at the same time. So you have too many things going on, and this is why you need to rest and recuperate, and you need to take some time out. Okay, you have been working very hard to establish yourself here. You have been working very hard. Maybe the candles are burning on both ends. You might need to you might need to delegate some of your work to some other team members, or maybe utilize a schedule a little bit more to organize your time a little bit better. Okay, and sometimes people who are working to establish themselves as entrepreneurs, they feel that they need to be working constantly. They need to be on the go. They need to be hustling all the time, but you can't give from an empty cup. Okay, and if you have trouble, if you have some feelings of guilt, perhaps, with respects to taking some time to yourself, then I think what you need to do is utilize a schedule or your calendar on your phone and actually schedule in time for yourself, because then you're following your schedule and you're not, and that can alleviate some of the guilt that comes with taking some time for yourself, because you're actually scheduling it into your week or to your day. So between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock, you can do some downtime, and that can be whatever you want. It could be scrolling on your phone. It could be just laying, staring at the wall, doing nothing. It can be sitting in your backyard, reading a book. Okay, it can look like whatever it is that you feel like doing at the time. But that way you're not feeling guilty that you should be doing something else, because you've organized your week, you've organized your day to, you're going to schedule it the day before or for the week ahead. You've gotten, I'm going to work on X, Y, and Z, going to schedule my meetings here and there and here, and then on every day between these hours, I'm scheduling some time to myself, or maybe the whole Saturday is going to be scheduled for yourself. And that way you know that you're not feeling guilty that you have to that you should be working on something else, because you've already organized everything, you've gotten everything done, and this is scheduled downtime. This is self-care. You have a meeting with yourself. Schedule meetings with yourself. Okay? Because you're not going to be able to get to the emperor here. And I think if you're not scheduling some time to yourself, okay? And I think that is something that perhaps this could even indicate is the guilt and anxiety, because you've got too many plates spinning at the same time, my dear Cancer. All right? And so you're always feeling that you need to be hustling and being productive, but we also need to pause. We also need to be able to enjoy and practice mindfulness in our day-to-day. We should always be focused on the future. We should be living in the present moment and enjoying our life as well, or else we're always going to be hustling for the next thing. A lot of times when people meet their goals, right? When you set your goals and you meet them, you don't pause and reflect and enjoy yourself and appreciate how far you've come. You don't relish in your accomplishments. People are always on to the next. Okay, what am I going to do now? What's my next goal now, right? Instead of enjoying yourself and being proud of yourself and having that interim time between goals where you can actually sit back and appreciate how far you've come. And that is important, okay? And now, I'm getting a brief thing, so this is not going to be for every one of you, and I don't really focus on love, I focus on personal development, but it could be an Aries here that perhaps you're trying to heal from, because we do have the Emperor and the Three of Swords together, so there could have been some heartbreak here, and perhaps even a death recently, because we do have the Four of Swords too, and I don't usually consider this to be a death card, but this guy is dead here. On the normal Rider-Waite deck, he's not, but if you know Game of Thrones, these are like the Seven Sisters. They're like nuns, and they do the rites after death, okay? So perhaps you are heartbroken here because someone, maybe a patriarch, maybe an important male, or someone with like Aries placements has passed away in your life, okay? And maybe it was even a hanging. And if this is because we do have the Hanged Man here as well. So if this is the case, my deepest sympathies go to you. This is definitely something you're going to be healing from. I have known someone that has had that happen to themselves, and that can be a really hard thing to deal with. So my heart goes out to you, okay? And if so I will move on from this energy respectfully. This can be also someone healing from a heartbreak here, but knowing that as you move through this, things are going to start to get a little bit lighter for you, okay? Now, I'm going to move on from the love and from the relationship. This now moving back to personal development, okay? Respectfully. So, we have here as well the Four of Swords. So this can be rest and recuperation. This can be taking some time out that you need to reorganize, reevaluate, recenter, refuel, before you begin again on your Emperor journey, okay? Here we have the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is a symbol that illustrates the god Odin, who hung himself on the world tree and died on the world tree. He hung there for 9 days and 9 nights, sacrificing himself to himself, okay? Now that is an important illustration because if you're an emperor, you need to do some sacrifices in order to get to this level of power and influence, even if this is just stepping into your own power. What can you sacrifice to yourself? What can you sacrifice of yourself to yourself in order for you to step into your true authentic power? Okay, this is not even, you don't even have to take this Emperor as a leadership position or bossing up. This can be stepping into your true authentic self, my dear Cancer, because Aries, the motto that comes along with Aries is I am. Okay, so who are you, Cancer? Maybe you are questioning this, and this is what you are perhaps going introspectively to question. What, like, are you living your true authentic life, and what can you sacrifice now, my dear Cancer, in order for you to become your true authentic self? I always share the story of my past. I used to party a lot. My father passed away when I had just turned 17, like 4 days before. And that led me on a trajectory to self-destruction, a lot of toxic coping strategies that lasted almost 20 years. I finally healed from it, within the last probably few years, okay? I got off my medication. I did some really inner work, faced my shadows, and so now I'm a lot different. But I was drinking a lot, doing drugs, partying a lot, and even recently, so that became part of my identity. And even, it dissipated as I grew older, like, and I got a job and, and went to school, but it still lingered. And then I still went, after work, you go to the liquor store on a Friday to get something to drink. And I would find myself, after doing the spiritual work, I would go into the liquor store and not want anything. I don't it was just part of my routine. It was part of my identity. And so there was a disconnect now where I don't really relate to this. I don't resonate at that frequency anymore. Do I enjoy a glass of wine now and again? Yes, but I don't drink as much as I did anymore at all. Maybe once a week, like, I have a glass of wine, if that, okay? So as you heal, these things will dissipate. So as you're healing here, okay, what kind of bad habits? Well, like, you need to start hanging yourself on this tree and seeing yourself from a different perspective. So see, he's hanging upside down here to see himself, to see life from a different perspective. So what can you sacrifice to yourself in order for you to step into your true authenticity? Okay, you need to, what kind of bad habits can you sacrifice in order to make yourself better? What kind of toxic environments can you relieve yourself from, like work environments? Maybe you need to, sorry, I still, like, my allergies and I'm still a bit sick here. So if I'm doing this, that's why. What kind of bad habits? Maybe you need to stop and to see things from a different perspective of, does your work even resonate with you anymore? Or like, does it resonate with your purpose? Does it resonate with your values? Does it resonate with your morality? Is it toxic in your work environment? We need to start weighing these things, weighing them on the scales of justice, weighing them to see whether they are in alignment with who we actually are right now. Our friend groups, okay, do they resonate with us anymore? Or are we just there because we have a history with them, but we don't, you've grown spiritually and you don't even have much in common anymore? The friends that I had 15 years ago, I don't talk to anymore. And that's okay. You don't need to feel bad. You don't need to say, hey, I can't hang out with you anymore because you're not resonating with me, and so screw off, right? It doesn't have to be like that. But you'll find that you'll start fading away from individuals as you start growing spiritually and as you start questioning what is in alignment with your frequency and what is not. And it's even family members too. I had this pandemic and all of this stuff that's been happening in the last 4 years has really disconnected me with some people in my family as well. And I still love them and I still tried to contact them, but sometimes, they don't even want to talk to me because we saw things a little bit differently. And, you can fight and try all you want, but sometimes you just have to let things go. All right. So seeing yourself from a different perspective, seeing where you want to go in your life, figuring out who you are, okay? And then weighing things out to see if things are in alignment with your values. Now, another thing that I always get here when I see the scales is the concept from the Egyptian pantheon. She's a concept and a goddess named Ma'at. And Ma'at, along with Thoth, would weigh your heart against a feather after you died. And this would determine whether or not you lived a life of pure intention or malintention. And if you lived a life of pure intention, that would determine where you would go in the afterlife. And if your heart was heavier than a feather, that meant you lived a life of malintention and you'd get devoured by a monster, okay? You would cease to exist. So this is what I'm saying, like whatever it is that you're focusing on, whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether it's build a business, whether it's get a promotion, whether it's just figuring out who you are as a person, does it resonate and does it align with your true purpose in life? And are you living with pure intention? You need to stop. This is the time to heal. This is a time to analyze where you are in life. Because there are blessings coming in for you too, right? We have the Six of Pentacles. The Four of Swords with the Six of Pentacles here. So this is blessings coming in based on your vibrational frequency. So this is why you have to heal. This is why you have to face your shadows. This is why you have to determine whether or not you're living a life of pure intention or not. And this is not fake pure intention. This is not like going to confession and then you're absolved of your sins and then you can just go back and doing whatever you want. Or this is not that. This has to come from the real within, okay? Because on the normal Rider-Waite deck as well, on the Four of Swords, on the stained glass window, there is a priest bestowing blessings upon to initiate. And then here we have a merchant. You see how there's hands here? There's a merchant that is on the normal Rider-Waite deck. There are two beggars, and this merchant is deciding with his scales who is deserving of his assistance, of his blessings. And so this is what you can consider as well. And I'm also getting here, when I was talking about the spinning of the weights or your financial situations, your blessings coming in, it can be fluctuating based on your vibrational frequency. It's being weighed against the energy that you're putting out. And so if you don't feel that you are in a place right now that is vibrating, you're not vibrating at the frequency of who you want to be, or you're not on the trajectory of who you want to be, then this is the time now to take this time to analyze yourself and to figure out what is more important to you and to how you can get there. Okay. There is some heaviness in this reading, right? But this card is also a card of healing too. And you need to be the one to take out these swords. You know, we started off with the 4 of swords, we ended up with the 3. You're in the driver's seat, and you're the one that's responsible to take the swords out of your own heart, to heal, to move from the 3 of swords to the 4 of swords. Okay, very interesting reading. There's a lot of emotion here. I can sense that. We're going to end off with a Star Code Astro Oracle card, and it is Scorpio. Investigate, number 8. Very beautiful card. Scorpio asks you to dive down and reach into the well springs of your soul. Scorpio's symbols are the eagle and the scorpion, and this sign invokes both the soaring heights of the eagle's perspective, so there's the Hanged Man, and the scorpion's ability to burrow under the rocks of the psyche or culture. The fixed water sign Scorpio is ruled by Mars in traditional astrology and co-ruled by Pluto in modern astrology. Drop assumptions and ask questions. Be fascinated by a mystery, dive deep into the well rather than settle for the surface. So there's the Hanged Man again. Odin sacrificed his eye to the well of Mimir, okay? So he can get the runes, he can get the knowledge of the universe. So you're asked to dive deep into the well rather than settle for the surface. Look under rocks and be curious, as the situation is going to require some research. Take nothing at face value. Probe the conscious and unconscious passions that motivate the situation. Be aware of the sexual dynamics in the room and what role they play. Look at worst case scenarios so you can prepare and then feel safe enough to search for the best case scenario. Be ready to transform and transmute the situation. Distill the essence and concentrate. Play your cards close to your chest. It's time to gather information, get the facts, work with the material, and introspect. So there's like the introspection again, right? With the 4 of Swords, the Hanged Man, going within and doing the healing. Listen to both the facts and to your own intuition rather than what other people's opinions are. Share only when you are ready. Appreciate moments alone, right? There's the healing again. If you learn to be comfortable alone, you will have more bargaining power in relationships. Within the depths of your soul is your connection to the infinite. Search for it. Transformation is here. Scorpio loans you the strength and curiosity to plumb the depths and face your monsters, doing your shadow work. There I am, right? Then soar to new heights and transform the situation. Feel the well within that connects to your collective source. Okay, doing your healing work and then coming out as the phoenix. Okay. If this reading resonated for you, my dear Cancer, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. That is something that you'd like to do. You could also hit that bell notification to let you know when I release new videos. And if you want a more holistic approach as to what is going on with your week, not only check out your sun sign, but also your moon, your rising, and your Venus. I am truly grateful for all of the energy you provided me here today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.